Hello everybody, my name is Dee and welcome to Books and Quirks. Today is Friday, so it's time for another Friday Reads. And also, essentially because it's during the week, I'll be giving you my Book-Tube-A-Thon TBR. So yeah, let me just get started. So the Book-Tube-A-Thon, first off, is hosted by Ariel Bissett, and there are several challenges. I will link her channel and all of the information down below in case you want to participate. It takes place from July 30th, which is Monday, to August 5th. So I picked out several books for my TBR to fit each of the challenges. I don't know if I'll get to all 7 because I do have a full work week next week, but you know, I'm going to give it my best shot and we'll see how I do. But yeah, it's pretty ambitious. So I will be using some physical books of mine. I will be using some ebooks of mine, and I will also be utilizing some library books. So if I don't have the physical book to show you, I will put a picture. The first challenge is to toss a coin to figure out which book that you're going to start off the readathon with. So I have here a quarter. So I will be deciding between A Monster's Call by Patrick Ness and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So we'll call A Monster's Call side A and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy side B. So let me just toss my coin. And I got heads. So it looks like I will be reading A Monster's Call for the first challenge. So the second challenge is to read a book about something that you want to do. So there are several ways that you can take this question. I had a hard time with it at first, but then I thought about a perfect book because it is about a destination that I eventually want to go to. And it also fits my romance bingo TBR, so it's perfect. And that is My Mamma Mia Summer by Annie Robertson. I had pre-ordered this book. It came out just last week. I really love it. This is about a person that loves Mamma Mia, loves the movie, loves the Broadway musical, and is obsessed with it. And she decides to model her life after the show. So she packs up, moves to Greece, and decides to make her life as much like Mamma Mia as possible. So that is my cat, sorry. So this will be my pick for something that I want to do, a book about something I want to do. So the next challenge is to read a book and watch the corresponding movie to that book. So this was another one that I had a hard time with because a lot of the movies that are out regarding books, I've already read the book. So I was thinking of something that I haven't read yet. I had to search online. And I finally came up with a short middle grade book that I think would be perfect for this type of readathon, and that is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I've read Neil Gaiman before. I absolutely love his writing, his storytelling, and this is a 200 and something page book, so I think it will be no problem. And there is a movie out on Netflix, so I can watch the movie as soon as I read the book, and that will be for that challenge. Number 4 is to read a book while wearing a hat. So I know that I own a couple of hats. I know that I have a couple of baseball caps and also a sun hat somewhere in my closets. I will have to search for that, but I will have a hat by Monday and whatever hat that may be. And the book that I picked for that is A Well-Behaved Woman by Therese Ann Fowler. Sorry, I had to look at my notes to remember the author. A Well-Behaved Woman is a historical fiction. It's a Vanderbilt fiction. It is historical fiction based on facts and based on real people. It is about William and Alva Vanderbilt that were, it takes place in 1870s, I think it starts in, and I think it follows their whole marriage from the time they meet till they're, I guess, in their older years. And I'm really excited for this book. I think that it will be a lot of fun. It is not a very short book, but I don't mind wearing a hat, you know, even if I have to break it up into parts. I don't mind wearing a hat during it. It is also an ebook because it is actually a NetGalley book. It comes out in a couple of months, and it is something that I want to get to, so I thought I would fit in that during the readathon, and I'll just wear a hat while reading it. Number 5 says a book with green on the cover, and for that I chose a YA book, and that is Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie Dow. Now this book is an Asian retelling of the evil queen from Snow White. So I find it really interesting because not only is it a retelling of a fairy tale character, but an evil fairy tale character, but it's also is an East Asian, it's an East Asian inspired fantasy filled with pain and beauty. It's a reimagining of the evil queen legend from Snow White and possesses all the hallmarks of masterful fantasy. So I love retellings, and the whole East Asian part of it just seems so interesting. And I'm sure it's a super rich world, and I'm excited to get to this. So this is with green on the cover. There's plenty of green on this cover. So the 6th challenge is just to read a book with a beautiful spine. I chose New York Actually, which is by Sarah Morgan. It's a romance. And I know it may seem like a plain cover, but I just think the colors are beautiful. The purple with the blue is just perfect, and I thought it was pretty. And it's a lot better than the other books that I have on my shelves. So I'm going to pick that for a beautiful spine because I do think the colors are quite pretty. And the 7th challenge is just to read 7 books. So the 7th book that I will be reading, I think I will be starting at some point during the Book-Tube-A-Thon readathon, and that is a buddy read that I'll be doing with Sean of On the Stoop, Candace of Beacon Hill Books, Melanie of Mel's Bookland Adventures, and Cheryl of CR Flames Fan. And that is the first book in their Earthsea cycle by Ursula Le Guin. This is a middle grade fantasy, not a middle grade, a YA, I think, fantasy. I don't really know what it's about, but I've been wanting to read Ursula Le Guin for a while. In fact, I have another book of hers also on my shelf, and we decided to buddy read this together. It's a rather short book, so I don't think it will be too taxing regarding everything else I'm reading, but that will be the 7th book, I believe. It will be happening during Book-Tube-A-Thon. And if by chance we don't get started during that week, then I will just pick another book. And that book might be another romance. I do have One in a Million by Lindsay Kelk. This is another new release that came out the same day as my Mamma Mia Summer. So it just came out last week, and I had pre-ordered this one as well as my Mamma Mia Summer. So this one will go in place of Earthsea if we don't start the book that week. So with my full work week, that is my big ambitious TBR. I'm really excited. I will give it my best shot, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. I mean, if I don't finish all 7, if I only finish a portion of them, I'll still be very happy, but I'm going to give it the college try and we'll see how I do. And yeah, that is all I have for you. I don't know what else I'll be picking up this weekend. I am still buddy reading Saint's Blood with Amber of Amber Eats Books. We have like 2 days left to read, so we'll either be finishing it tomorrow or Sunday, and then we'll be done with that. And then if I pick up anything else, I'm not sure because I really have an ambitious TBR starting Monday, so maybe I'll give myself a day's break in between. So who knows? But that is really my weekly reading schedule, and that is all I have for you on this Friday Reads. I hope you're all having a good day, a good weekend ahead, and I've been loving watching all of the Book-Tube-A-Thon TBRs out there, and I look forward to the week ahead, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.